By now, you probably heard the Supreme Court has ruled that no state can move a president or candidate away from a ballot, even if the reasons are justified. Colorado lost that, and now the Supreme Court's pretty much said that no state can. I think we need to get it into our heads. No one is coming to help us on this. Donald Trump is going to run for president, and right now he has a good chance of winning, unfortunately. It's unfortunate me for to say that, because we all know what the kind of power, the kind of danger Donald Trump represents. I mean, not just Donald Trump, but all of his followers. They're all a threat to this country's democracy, this country's constitutional republic. They are a direct threat to everyone in this country. This past weekend, I should say, excuse me, these people, the alpha males, that's what they call themselves on Twitter, the alpha males continue to scream, huff, and holler about how all the crime, all the violent crime that's happening in this country is caused by the illegal immigrants. Basically repeating everything Donald Trump has said about illegal immigration. And right now, you have a lunatic out there. You have lunatics, I should say, that are only steps away from pulling the trigger. And make no mistake about when I say this, I'm not being hyperbole or anything else like that. They are close, ladies and gentlemen. They're just waiting for the order, I should say. They're just waiting for Donald Trump to give them the order to start shooting. And yes, it's going to happen. Unfortunately, again, it's unfortunate that I have to say that. In this country now, it's unfortunate that we have to live in a nation, live in a time where American citizens are terrified to go to the voting booth, or go to a sporting event, to go to a church, to send their kids to school, all because lunatics in Congress, in the Senate, in the governorships, in the Attorney General's offices are trying to turn this country into a dictatorship. This past weekend, Texas reactivated that law that says anyone who is suspected, mind you, of crossing the border illegally can be arrested. That is the recipe for disaster. And especially under a Donald Trump presidency, God knows how many people are going to die because of it. This guy is encouraging a man like Vladimir Putin to attack our NATO allies. And his supporters are saying it's only a bluff. It's just a bluff. That'll never happen. Vladimir Putin actually threatened to use nuclear weapons against anyone who sends troops into Ukraine. I take that seriously, especially from a madman like Putin. And this is the man Donald Trump supports. The scary part about all of this is the simple fact that we know what kind of man Donald Trump is. We know he is a criminal. We know that he has done things the wrong way. But we can't, right now, as sad as it sounds, we can't rely on the courts anymore. We can't rely upon the law anymore. It's up to us, the voters. It's up to us, the people, to be the mandate, to be the end of Donald Trump in the ballot box. Now, I know that some MAGA freaks, one of the alpha males, is going to try to twist my words, saying that I am calling for violence. I am not calling for violence. I am calling for people to rise up and stand up in the ballot box. Fight with our votes. Because frankly, that's the only way to end Donald Trump right now. As far as, the United States Supreme Court, and unfortunately the entire Supreme Court, including the liberal justices, are almost steps away from giving this man a free pass to do whatever he wants because of this stupid, incredibly idiotic immunity case, which is going to backfire on Trump in the worst possible ways. You got Judge Aileen Cannon in Florida bending over backwards, or probably just bending over. And yeah, I know that's a sexist joke. I don't give a crap, whatever. Practically bending over backwards to do everything to help Trump avoid the bench. You see people in Georgia, his defense attorneys, going through Fani Willis's life, looking for any way to end the prosecution in Georgia, regardless of how much evidence is going against Donald Trump himself. We can't rely on the law anymore. We can't rely on district attorneys or the prosecutors or anyone else out there to fight for us. We have to do it. Now Super Tuesday, and the video I'm making now, Super Tuesday is one day away for many states in this country. We already know Donald Trump is probably going to win at least some, if not majority, if not all of them. Because the people of this country, the Republicans of this country, the MAGA of this country are lunatics, are idiots, are slaves, are sheep to Donald Trump. They made that abundantly clear. This man openly says that he'll encourage an adversarial leader of an adversarial government to attack our allies because they didn't pay him protection money from NATO. That's what we're facing here. And Donald Trump and his supporters have made it absolutely abundantly clear that they don't care. They really do not care. And the real sad part about this is I don't want to make a video like this. I never did. I never wanted to create this channel. But unfortunately, the truth has to come out. No one is coming to help us. Even if Fani Willis is allowed back on the prosecution in Georgia for the Georgia fraud case, it won't matter. Trump's attorneys are going to use everything they possibly can to destroy that prosecution, or to at least hamper it until the election. We already know Judge Aileen Cannon is not going to let this trial, regardless of how much evidence is against Trump. And trust me, there is a lot of evidence against Donald Trump. There's a lot. There's oodles. There's buckets of evidence against him. Even if, see, a lot of people out there, the MAGA, the Republican Party, want to talk to me about law and order in this country, while they malign every single person every single Mexican immigrant who crosses that border, legally or otherwise. They want to hound me about stories about what happened to that Georgia student. Forgive me, I'm sorry, I forgot what her name is. They want to hound me with that. But when we have a criminal right in front of our eyes who's trying to be the president of the United States again, that to me shows not only hypocrisy, but stupidity in their eyes, in their field of vision. The law won't save us now. Hell, I don't even think the Constitution might not save us. We're on our own. We are completely and totally on our own. No one in the Republican Party is going to help us because they're all in the pocket for Trump. So we are the ones, the people. We still have rights in our country. We still have the right to vote in this nation until Donald Trump gets back in office and God knows what happens. So fight with your votes. Fight with your votes. This could be our last chance. This could honestly be the last chance to stop this insanity. Don't waste it. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.